Simple chili with ground beef and 2 kinds of beans. Delicious. You're gonna like this, y'all. Hey everybody, Mike Chavez here once again. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Alright y'all, today we're gonna keep it simple. We're making simple ground beef chili with beans. Okay, now usually when I make chili, I make Texas style with usually chuck roast cut up in little chunks and all kinds of fresh chilies and this and that. But today we're keeping it simple. Mama wants some simple chili, so we're going to keep it simple. We're going to put a lot of beans in it. Hamburger. This is going to be good though, y'all, I guarantee. So stick around, check it out. Let's do it. Alright y'all, here's what's going into chili. So we're going to make our chili in our Dutch oven, enamel Dutch oven, cast iron and enamel. Alright, so recipe calls for 2 medium onions chopped. So we got 2 onions here. We're going to chop these up. It calls for 1 red bell pepper, but we don't have that, so we're going to put 1 green bell pepper in this today. Calls for 6 cloves of garlic. So we'll get these, chop these up later when we're ready. Calls for a 1/4 cup of chili powder. So what we're going to use today is half McCormick chili powder, and we'll use some good ancho chili powder. Alright. Ground cumin and ground coriander. So we got our whole coriander seed. We have our oregano and cumin. Okay. So ground cumin, ground coriander, calls for red pepper flake, but we're going to leave that out. Oregano, cayenne pepper, we're going to leave that out. We're going to leave this kind of mild for Mama. No cayenne pepper today. 2 pounds ground beef. This is 80-20 ground beef. Of course, the recipe calls for 85, so we're good. Beans. So it says 1 can of red kidney beans. So today in our chili, I'm going to use 1 can of red kidney beans and 1 can of pinto beans. Frijoles pinto, frijoles colorados, it says on the can. Alright. 1 28 ounce can of tomatoes diced. So we got 1 can of diced tomatoes here. And it says to use 28 ounces of tomato puree. Well, I couldn't find no tomato puree. So today we're going to put some V8 in there. Okay, that V8's going to be good up in there, I guarantee. Okay, salt, pepper, and that's going to be it. So, let me clear this off. Let me get everything started. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is get my spices together. So I got me a little 1/4 cup in here. I'm going to go about halfway with this McCormick's chili powder. And then we'll put our ancho chili powder. Now this ancho chili powder, if you can't find it in the store, go on my Amazon store down below. I got a link down below from my Amazon store. I got this in there. So I'm going to fill this the rest of the way up with the ancho chili powder. There we go. 1/4 cup, or a little more. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. So we got the molcajete here, grinder. You can use regular mortar and pestle. You can use an electric spice grinder, or you can buy pre-ground spices. That's up to you. I like the fresh spices. So recipe calls for a tablespoon of ground cumin. So I got my cumin or my cumino, whole seed. So I'm going to put a tablespoon of cumin on in. Got to have cumin in chili. Alright. It says 2 teaspoons of coriander. So a teaspoon. 2 teaspoons of coriander. Like I said, I'm going to grind these up. Now you can buy these whole spices from Amazon. Sometimes you can find them in your grocery store. like I said, or you can buy pre-ground. That is perfectly fine. Alright, let's see here. So it's got a 1/4 cup of chili powder, tablespoon ground cumin, comino, 2 teaspoons coriander, and a teaspoon of dried oregano. So I'm going to take these whole seed, grind them up. This molcajete makes quick work of them. So using the whole seed gives it a much better, fresher flavor. Because you buy that pre-ground stuff, which is fine, but you don't know how long that stuff's been sitting in that bottle. But we know we just ground this, so we're good. So you ain't got to get it too fine, but you don't want it too chunky either. So that's nice and ground up. Gonna need a little brush. Bring that to the side of the bowl with the molcajete. Alright, we'll let that sit there for a minute. Now we're also going to take my oregano. So this is 1 teaspoon of dried oregano. Now this here is good Mexican oregano. I got this from Amazon. So a teaspoon. You see how coarse that stuff is? We just crush this up with our hands. There's no need to crush it all the way up with everything else. So we're going to put that in there with the rest of the spices and the herbs. So I'm going to go ahead and cut all my vegetables up. I'll do that off camera and bring it right back. So we got our enamel Dutch oven on medium heat. I'm going to put a couple tablespoons. We got avocado oil here, but you can use whatever oil you like. Don't really want to use olive oil, but any kind of vegetable oil will work. Alright, get this moved around. Alright, it's shimmering. We're going to put our onions and peppers on in. So that was 2 medium onions and 1 green bell pepper. They said the recipe calls for a red bell pepper, but green works. Mama likes green. I do too. Now if I was making my Texas style chili, I probably would have put some ancho peppers in there instead of green pepper. I like anchos. But let's let this cook a little bit. I'm going to let the onions get a little translucent. Alright, this has been going for a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and put my garlic in. Put that on in there. Quarter cup of our chili powder. Alright, let's let this cook. So we want these spices and chili powders to wake up. So we're going to let this cook in here. Keep it on medium heat. About 12 minutes maybe. I want everything nice and cooked. Alright, keep this moving around so it doesn't scorch. Scrape your bottom up. Almost there. Alright, once those vegetables have cooked for a little bit, about 10-12 minutes, put your heat up to medium medium high, and we'll put half of our ground beef in. All right, let's get this browning. All right, so we'll cook that beef until we get most of the pink out and just getting ready to brown. Then we'll add the rest of the beef. All right, we've got all the pink out of that. So let's put the rest of our ground beef in. We'll get this browned up. All the pink out. Then we'll go to the next step. Alright y'all, so you want to cook this till you don't see any more pink. A little bit left in there still. This is going to put a lot of fat out, but that's okay. We want that fat in that chili. We can skim some off later. Alright, as soon as all this pink is out, we'll keep on going. Alright, so let's get this stirred up. Scrape the bottom. So we'll put in our can of diced tomatoes. Stir that up. All right. Put a couple cans of the V8 juice in there. Of course, like I said before, the recipe calls for tomato puree, so I'm going to put 3 cans of V8 for now. If it gets too thick, I'll put some more later. Alright, stir it up. Scrape that bottom, scrape the sides. Actually, I'm going to change tools here. Got my Cape Red gumbo spoon. Mix that up. I took my beans and drained them, so I got the red kidney beans and some pinto beans, so we'll put that in there. There we go. Stir it up. I think that's going to be plenty of beans. Mama wanted beans. She's getting beans. Recipe only actually calls for 1 can of beans, but we're putting 2. Alright, now all you got to do is wait for this to come to a boil. Turn the heat down, cover it for 1 hour. Calls for half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to go ahead and put a big half teaspoon of pepper. And this doesn't call for it, but this stuff right here, this is MSG. I like MSG in my food. Helps the flavor, but we ain't gonna put much. Half a teaspoon of MSG. Alright, that MSG will make it pop. Alright. Stir this up. After the hour's up, I'll taste it for seasoning, for salt. See if we need to add any more. So this is going to be pretty thin to start off with. And after that hour, with the lid on, we'll cook it another hour with the lid off, and that'll help it thicken up. Alright, let's let this come to a boil. Alright y'all, chili come to a nice little simmer. So we're going to turn this heat down. Actually, let's put the lid on. Then we'll turn this heat down as low as it'll go. Alright, so set our timer for an hour. See you back in an hour. Alright y'all, this has been cooking for an hour covered. So I'm going to take the lid off, give it a little stir. This is looking really good, y'all. Alright, let me give this a taste for seasoning. Oh yeah, this needs salt. Probably about a teaspoon. Give her a stir. Alright then, so we're going to let this cook uncovered for another hour. When the hour's up, I'll taste it again for seasoning. So off camera, I'm going to make me some cornbread to go with this chili. So if y'all want my cornbread recipe, let me know. We got cornmeal, flour, baking soda, baking powder. I'll probably put some cheese and some cream corn in it. So anyway, we'll let this chili cook and we'll be back. Alright y'all, it's been an hour. Another hour uncovered. This chili is done. Look at that. Looks good, good, good. So, let me give it another taste for seasoning. See if we need any salt. Just a little. I'd say not all that, but a couple pinches. Alright, got my cornbread cooking over here. So I'm going to shut the heat off, put the lid on, wait on the cornbread. Alright y'all. Alright y'all, chili is done. So let's dish us up a bowl full, shall we? Alright, if you like toppings on your chili, you can put whatever you like. On mine, I'm going to put some cheese in there. Got a few jalapenos. I'll scatter them around because I didn't make this hot for mama. And then just a touch of sour cream. What do you think? Boom. There we go. Alright. Got some cornbread. Let me show you that. I already took a piece out of it from mama. So now I put cream corn in this, buttermilk, cheese. So we'll lay that out there. Get some butter. Let that melt. Alright. Let's try this out, y'all. Chili and cornbread. Here we go. Alright y'all, here we go. Regular old bean chili hamburger. Simple chili with beans. Alright. So we got hamburger, chili powder, onions, green peppers. Top mine off with cheese and sour cream and jalapenos. Also made some cornbread up. There you go. Okay, I've made that off camera. So let's try this chili, shall we? Look at that. Steaming hot. Cheese is hanging. Y'all ready for this? I'm ready for this. Taste! I gotta have another taste of that, y'all. Oh my. That's really good. So let me get a piece of cornbread down with the chili. Piece of cornbread on the chili. Gotta have it. Taste! Heck yeah, y'all. Of course, you got chili, you got to wash it down with a cool and delicious frosty beverage of your choice. Cheers. Right on. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can make this up. I'll leave the recipe below. And everything I use in my videos, or a lot of stuff I use in my videos, is in my Amazon store. The link's down there, okay? As always, I got more videos over here for you to watch. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it already. All right, thanks everybody. We'll see y'all next time.